guys, and welcome to Sefasok Academy the Intellect on YouTube. In this channel, we are out to help the advanced level science students to attain the academic excellence and the academic goals by providing them with the correct and the time-saving approach to all GCE questions as proposed by the GCE board, and we do that in all the subjects because we are a team of teachers that perform that function best. So in this video, we are looking at June 2023 Mathematics with Mechanics Paper 2. And just to remind you that this year mathematics came separate. The statistics student wrote their paper 2 and the mechanics student wrote their paper 2. So we are looking at question 1 of this June paper. The question is on polynomial. The question is given that x minus 1 and x plus 1 are factors of the polynomial a x to the 4 plus x plus 7x cubed plus x squared plus bx minus 3. Find the values of the constants a and b. Hence, find the set of real values for which f of x is greater than 0. So we are on the first part of the question. To find the values of a and b, we use the condition given in the question. I said this and these are factors. The first thing I do, I take the first factor. I will have x minus 1 is equals to 0, which implies that x is equals to 1. It is f of 1 that is equals to 0, and it implies that you replace 1 where you see x in f of x and equate it to 0. So when we do that, we have this, and then simplifying our equation, we get a plus b plus 8 minus 3 is equals to 0, because you see that here we have 7 plus 1, which is 8, then minus 3, which is 0. Now I simplify again. I will have a plus b is equals to negative 5, and I call it equation 1, because here we see that 8 minus 3 is 5. When we send 5 to the other side, we have negative 5. We have formed my equation 1 already. I take the second condition and I form equation 2. I have x plus 1 is equals to 0, which implies that x is equals to negative 1. Like I said before, it is f of negative 1 that is equals to 0, which will imply that we replace negative 1 where we see x. When we see x into f of x, we have a into negative 1 all to the 4 plus 7 into negative 1 all cubed plus 1 in negative 1 all squared plus b into negative 1 minus 3 is equals to 0. So simplifying the equation, we get a plus, that is minus 7 plus 1 minus b minus 3 is equals to 0. When we simplify further, we get a minus b is equals to 9, and I call it equation 2. It's obvious. We have here negative 7 plus 1, which is negative 6. Then negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9. When we say negative 9 on the other side, we have 9. Now I take equation 1 plus equation 2 to eliminate b. Equation 1 plus equation 2, I'll get 2a is equals to negative 5 plus 9, which is 4. I'll have 2a is equals to 4, which implies that a is equals to 2, because dividing both sides by 2, you have 2. Now I replace a into any of these equations to have the value of b. So replacing the values of a in equation 1, we could choose equation 2, no problem. I replace in equation 1, I'll get 2 plus b is equals to negative 5, and it implies that b is equals to negative 7. So we have found the values of a and b, and we are done with the first question. We have method 1, accuracy 1. The second part of the question is hence, find the set of values of x for which f of x is greater than 0. Now, to find the values of the set of values of x, the first thing to do is that when you find an unknown, you first of all replace the values of the unknown back into the original polynomial. It is not compulsory, but it is necessary. We have f of x is equals to 2x to the 4 plus 7x cubed plus x squared plus bx minus 3 is it's not equals to 0 this time around. Now, to find the set of values of x for which f of x is greater than 0, we need to factorize f of x. And to factorize f of x, we use its factor. So we set the condition here, since x minus 1 and x plus 1 are factors of f of x, then their product is a factor 2 of f of x. So we have that the product is x minus 1 times x plus 1 is equals to x squared minus 1. So we divide, to find other factors of f of x, we divide f of x by its factors to get other factors using log division. We have f of x divided by its factor. Now we have here 2x to the 4 divided by 2x squared, which is 2x. 2x to the 4 divided by x squared, which is 2x squared. When I multiply, I will get 2x to the 4. Now I realize that when I multiply 2x squared times negative 1, I have negative 2x squared, and here I have an x cubed term. To remedy to that, I can put here plus 0x cubed. Now I can now multiply here freely. I'll get negative 2x squared. When I do the subtraction, I have 2x to the 4 minus 2x to the 4 is 0. 7x cubed minus 0x cubed is obvious, is 7x cubed. Then plus 3x squared, because here we have x squared minus 2x squared, which is 3x squared. I bring down the other terms, I'll have negative 7x minus 3. Now 7x cubed divided by x squared is plus 7x. When I multiply, I'll get 7x cubed. Now the same scenario occurs here. I'm not having an x. When I multiply, I'll not have an x squared term, so I can put here plus 0x. Now we'll multiply this one, I'll get minus 7x. So doing the subtraction, I will get 7x cubed minus 7x cubed is 0. 3x squared minus 0x squared is 3x squared. Now here this one will give us 0, because we have here negative 7x minus 7x is 0, and I bring down negative 3. Okay, now 3x squared divided by x squared is 3. When I multiply, I will get 3x squared. Then 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. So doing the subtraction, I'll get my value as 0, 0. That's the final answer. Now we see that here the remainder is 0, to prove that we are on good track, because we are dividing by its factor, so the remainder should give 0. If your remainder is not giving 0, it means that either your method is not appropriate, or you did an error in your method, or you did not choose the correct factor properly. Now we have our f of x to be x squared minus 1 into 2x squared plus 7x minus 3. Now just to remind you that f of x has degree 4. Degree 4 meaning that the highest power of x is 4. It means that we need to have 4 powers, we need to have 4 factors of f of x. So we have here f of x is equal to x squared minus 1 times 2x squared plus 7x plus 3. Okay, I factorize this quadratic to find the other factors. Factorizing this quadratic, I look for two factors of AC, that is 6. Now I add them together, will give us 7. When I multiply them together, will give us 6. And those factors are 1 and 6. I will have 2x squared plus x plus 6 plus 3. Now I look for what is common here. What is common here between these two only is x. I will have x into 2x plus 1. Then what is common here is 3. I have 3 into 2x plus 1. So that it will make my f of x to be x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 3 times 2x plus 1. Remember that this one was the result of the product of these two. Okay, now we are asked to find the set of values of x for which f of x is greater than, or greater than 0. It implies that factors, those are factors of f of x that are found here, is greater than 0. Now we are asked to find the set of values. It means that we need to find the critical values too. So for the critical values, we start from the most negative number to the highest number, that is the smallest number to the biggest number. The critical values, we have negative 3, negative 1, negative half, and 1. So that is for the critical value. To find the critical value, you can go on your rough paper and then you equate these factors to 0 to find the corresponding value of x, but you don't include it on your exam paper. Now after finding the critical values, we can now draw our sign diagram. The order of filling here does not really matter. So now to fill here, the first thing is that we have the value of x that is less than negative 3. We have the value of x that is in between negative 3 and negative 1. We have the value of x that is in between negative 1 and negative half. And we have the value of x that is in between negative half and 1. Then we have the value of x that is greater than 1. Okay, coming back here, a value of x that is less than negative 3, we can have x equals to negative 4. We don't go far. When we substitute negative 4 here, we have negative 5, which is negative. And now, just a reminder, it is the sign diagram. It means that the values here are not important. You don't even need to put the value here. So we have -4 here, we have negative, -4 we have negative, -4 into this we have negative. So the result here will give us positive, because negative, negative, positive, negative, negative, positive, then positive, positive is positive. Now after that, I now take this interval from -3 to -1. I can take x to be -2. When we substitute -2 here, we have negative, -2 here, we have negative, -2 here, we have positive, -2 here, we have negative, and the result will give us negative. Now, the values of x in between -1 and -1/2, we have x to be -0.75, and 0.75 is the same thing as 3/4, so we have -3/4. Now, when I substitute -3/4 here, I'm going to get the value of negative. When I substitute -3/4 here, I have negative, that is positive, sorry, because it is greater than 1 is greater than 3/4. Okay, when I substitute -3/4 here, I'll get the result as positive. When I substitute 3/4 here, the result will be negative. So the final result, f of x, will be positive. Now, I take now the interval from -1/2 to 1. The interval from -1 to -1/2 to 1, I can take the value of x to be 0. So taking the value of x to be 0, when I substitute 0 here, I have negative, it's obvious. When I substitute 0 here, I have positive. When I substitute 0 here, I have positive. When I substitute 0 here, I have negative, such that the final result, that is f of x, negative, 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 positive, negative, negative, positive, negative, and then negative, negative is positive. So the final result is positive. So the value of x that is greater than 1, we don't go far, x equals to 2. So we substitute 2 here, we have positive. When we substitute 2 here, we have positive. When we substitute 2 here, we have positive. When we substitute 2 here, we have positive. And the final result is obvious, which is positive. Now, we were asked to find a set of value of x for which f of x is greater than 0. It means that we take the intervals that are positive. If f of x was less than 0, we're supposed to take the intervals that are negative. Okay, we have f of x greater than 0. So we take the intervals that are positive. We have this interval that is positive. We have this interval that is positive. We have this interval that is positive. And we have this interval that is positive. So it means that the set of value of x is x less than 3, or x from negative, that is x lies from -1 to -1/2, or x lies in between -1, in between -1/2 and 1, or x is greater than 1. This sign here simply means or. So doing that, we get method 2, accuracy 2. So guys, we have come to the end of this video, and if this video is interesting to you, I invite you to like, share, and comment. And it is your comment that will make us to do more video. And in your comment section, you can tell us which video to do on which subject, and we'll do our best to do that. So stay tuned in our channel, and not forgetting that consistency is the key.